Hey there, Wargamers, Justin here on Paint here, and today I want to talk to you guys about the channel. I'd like to welcome you guys back to the channel. If you're new here, please alpha strike that like and subscribe button. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for having my six. I appreciate you having my back. Thank you for being on some Lance mate, Star mate, whatever the case may be for you. Thank you for being here to help support what I do. That said, let's dive into the topic I want to talk about today, and that is the state of the channel. So first and foremost, as of filming this, it's December 18th right now. When this goes up, I'm not sure what the exact date will be. I want to apologize for the lack of content that has been going up. So those of you guys who celebrate anything for the holidays or do anything during December, you know, it can be a pretty busy month. So it's been very busy for me as well. A multitude of things going on, namely also being just really hard to coordinate with my gaming buddies. So John, I was supposed to film with this month, didn't happen. And then community member Mike, also a patron, was going to step up and play with me, and then had some personal issues come up, so we weren't able to film. So this month we may or may not get any battle reports in, which frustrates me. I don't like feeling like I'm not putting out content for you guys. Not only those who are subscribers on YouTube who follow the things I do and leave comments and like and do all that to help me out, but also for the patrons who financially are throwing money at the channel as well. I want to make sure that they're getting something for that. And I imagine most of them would probably say, like, hey, like, I'm trying to support you. Don't stress over it, but I will stress because I don't want to feel like I'm mooching off anybody. So for that, I will say I'm sorry. We have not had any battle reports. That said, I haven't been being lazy, though. I have been working on the Gamma Galaxy Clan Wolf tutorial. I just finished the last segment yesterday. So that will be getting edited and hopefully go up maybe in January. I'm not sure exactly when I'll have the time to do all the editing. It's going to be a multi-part series. We're covering everything start to finish, from priming and pre-shading to masking to decals and basing. Whole thing, all of it, multiple segments, so you can tune in to check out the whole thing if you want, or the specific parts that you're interested in. So I think that would be cool. I actually took photos of that mech today at work, so I can actually submit it to CSO and see if it gets approved as a CSO official mech. I'm not sure if that'll happen, but we are going to try. And other news for the channel, and now the rain starts. That's another great thing. We're out here, so I apologize for you guys hearing that. That's great. But another good thing, or big thing I'm doing here with the channel going into January, is I've got this big, huge box of paints, paints and supplies, or paints and models. So I've got huge selection of Minotaur. I've got a bunch of Army Painter. We've got P3. I have a airbrush. This is the Krios PS289. I think it's a Mr. Hobby brand. I got it sent to me from Spray Gunner years ago. I did the review on the channel, and I've only used it the one time and have not felt a reason to go back to it. Not that there's anything wrong with it, but the stuff that I have been using, I'm used to, like my Patriot 105. So I'm going to take this stuff, and we're going to have a limited run hobby tier in January. For current patrons, can switch over for the month if they want to, and new subscribers can switch over or can subscribe if they want. And we're going to do a care package where I divvy out these paints so I can send them to you guys who pledge to that tier. And we're going to send over some mechs, courtesy of Fortress Miniatures and Games. Bobby over there is a really big supporter of the channel and a good friend, and I've got a bunch of metal models from him, which are perfect for testing paint schemes on. They're very forgiving. You can strip them if you want. They do chip because they're metal, but they're really forgiving in terms of repainting. So I think this will be a good way to get some paints in you guys' hands to allow you to try out new stuff, especially if you're airbrushing. One lucky person will also get an airbrush, but it'll also be a way for me to clear out some hobby space. I have a lot of paints, and I don't use these. There's nothing wrong with them. I used to use Minotaur a lot, so I have a lot of Minotaur paints. I've hardly touched these P3. The ones that I did use are good. I've got Scale 75 and then obviously Monument. Those are my big two. And then I've been working with the speed paints from Army Painter, and that's been my go-tos recently. These are taking up a lot of space, and I'd rather get them into some supporters' hands to allow you to try out some new airbrushing or painting stuff and clean up some hobby space. And also getting some models in you guys' hands is good too, because we've got a bunch of Banshees here. What looks like, I think that's a Trebuchet or something. A bunch of metal minis. And then we've got Blackjack, Phoenix Hawk, crossbows. So nothing super crazy, but we do have some models here for you guys. If I get another care package from Bobby, we'll see. We might have some other models. I might dig through my plastics and see what I've got as extras, because I'd like to send everyone a lance of models if I could. I don't know if that's going to happen, but we'll see. So, but that is something that we'll be doing hopefully in January on with the release of the Gamma Galaxy Clan Wolf tutorial as well. Going into next year, I would really like to get to a point where A, doing battle reports more frequently, B, trying to do some more classic. I had a lot of fun doing that. I played with from the Patreon patrons, Suge or Eric and Mike. I got to meet up with them and Kelly Caudle, and we played some Alpha Strike, taught Eric how to play, and then we played a little bit of classic and had a lot of fun. As much shit as I give classic players here on the channel, I only do it because it's funny, and I assume most of you guys are in an age bracket that you can handle the little bit of banter, so hopefully, I guess if you got offended and you left because I call you guys the grognards or something like that, you know, you're probably not here to hear me say these things, but I assume most of you guys are in an age group that you're not easily offended, and I just think it's funny to mess with you. Classic is cool. I don't know the rules well enough to be doing battle reports. So, but now that I've got access to Mike, who's interested in actually filming with me, and he also plays Alpha Strike, we can do Alpha Strike, we can do Aces, and then I can pick his brain for doing some light classic. Classic's too slow for me to be doing full engagements, but we could do honor duels. I had mentioned that to him. I actually think doing a one-on-one clan combat like honor fight on the Circle of Equals hex maps that I've got would be fun. Doing some more Solaris, and then having someone who's there who actually knows the rules much better than me means that it'll be more streamlined, and we'll get hopefully more stuff correct. So that'll be cool, and I like to be doing that next year more frequently. And I don't know how much tutorial painting stuff we'll do. I'd like to be doing more of that. A lot of this hinges on channel growth. I guess this is a bit more of a recap of the year and kind of goals for next year. But I would really like to get to a point where the channel and Patreon are offsetting income to about 25%. That's massive, and that's a lofty goal. It's not going to happen, but maybe it will. You never know. I'd like to get to a point basically where I can work 30 hours a week, normal job, 10 hours extra a week on YouTube, and start to slowly shift that way. That's a lofty goal, but I would love to be doing that. And I have other games I want to play too. I've got Star Wars Legion, I've got Marvel Crisis Protocol. I'd like to get into Star Wars Shatterpoint to play that some. And then obviously doing, you know, Battletech. I think that would be great too. So a variety of things I'd like to be doing. We just got to get there. My goal for next year is to keep putting out content, keep pushing for some independence there on the content creation side in terms of being able to be self-sufficient. And then I'd love for us to hit 6,000 subs. We're at pretty close to 4,000 right now. I think next year a 6,000 sub goal is reasonable. I don't think that's outside of the realm of practical. And this year we didn't hit 4K, or we might hit it before the end of the year. I don't know. We got a few weeks left. We're getting very close. Once we hit, I'm not sure what goal we're going to make, but I do have some cool stuff from Battlefield in a Box from Gale Force 9. I just looked down. I got a box of stuff here. They sent me extra things to give away. So I've got this whole box of things that are unopened. You know, this stuff like this. They sent me an extra set because Bobby had already given me a set. So I've got a whole nother set of all of these things, and they told me to give them away. And I intend to do so. We just haven't, it's freaking rain. We just haven't had anything come up on the channel to drive that with, or to warrant doing the giveaway and the hype. But at some point, we'll be giving away some of that too. And in closing, because I think I've rambled a bunch, and if you made it this far, you definitely are just trying to support what I do. But in closing, I want to wish you guys a happy holiday, a Merry Christmas, whatever it is that you engage in. If you engage in any of these activities, please do so with love. Enjoy your family, your friends, love that neighbor, that kind of thing. Get out there and spread the hobby joy while you're spreading the holiday spirit as well. And one of the things that I would like to do is encourage all of you who are patrons, Patreon supporters. As much as I love you guys here on YouTube, I want to also do something a little extra to give back to my patrons. Make sure you check your messages this month. I'm going to send out a message at some point, hopefully after this video goes up. And this is kind of a reminder if you're watching to check that out. I'm going to send every one of you guys a little code. You're going to get a little bit of store credit over at Death Designs as a gift from me to you. It's a little bit self-serving because hopefully you'll be spending some hobby dollars at Death Designs where I work, but it's something that I have control over, and it's a very small gesture that I do have that control over and the authority to do, and I'd like to extend that to you guys and thank you for supporting what I do. I'm not sure how much that'll be yet. You have to check, see what your hobby gift is from me. That said, thank you guys so much for hanging out. I look forward to 2024. I hope you guys do as well. Thank you for helping support what I do, and as always, keep painting your models, keep rolling your dice, and I will catch you guys next time. If you made it this far, you're probably a viewer that already hits that like button when you see a video come up. You're probably already a subscriber, and you probably jump into the comments down below to help support the channel, to help support that algorithm. But if you're looking for some other ways to help support the channel too, make sure you check the description down below. Maybe you want to pick up some paints from Monument Hobbies. That's my paint of choice. The Pro Acrylic line is chef's kiss, good stuff. Maybe you want to check out some of the offerings from Death Designs, where I work in my day job. We got plenty of 3D printed products, as well as MDF terrain, some of the stuff that I have designed myself and we play with here on the channel. And if you're looking to bolster your Battletech ranks, miniatures, and offerings, make sure you check out Bobby from Fortress Miniatures and Games. He's one of the main supporters of the channel as well, and supporting any of these companies helps support what I do and helps to ensure that I can continue to bring content to all of you. If you want to become a super supporter, I highly recommend you guys check out the Patreon. You guys get that extra little edge to help push more content out, and I really do appreciate that. And my ultimate goal on the channel is to continue to be able to not only put out the content we have now, but to get to a point where you can put out more content later, whether that be battle reports or painting tutorials or just more rambles, anything at all. I'd like to be doing more content for you. This is something that I enjoy. I like being able to cast a light into the darkness to bring a little bit of hobby positivity to all of you and make you feel good, and also enjoy playing games myself. As we do the final sign off here though, I do want to go ahead and switch on over and do the scroll of awesome to showcase all the Patreon supporters, the super supporters of the channel, to give them some recognition for helping support what I do. Thank you guys so much, and I will catch you guys next time.